Here I am. Hello, hello. Talk about a sentimental item. This was my dad's. It's so cute. It has his little name on it. It was like when he was in high school. Anywho, hey everybody. It is Beth from Destination Decluttered. My name is not important. What is important is that I'm here for you. You. Yes, you. I'm here to help you get unstuck. Are you stuck, Bunky? Is your clutter weighing you down instead of lighting you up? Like, is the stuff around you? Do you look around your house and go, "Ooh, I love this stuff," versus, "Ugh, oh my God, there's so much. I have too much of everything," right? Good morning, Seller 268. Hello, friend. Irish Pink Milo. Happy Wednesday to yourself. Hump Day. Prince Spaghetti Day for those of you who observe the South End, North End. Oh my gosh. Can you tell how long it's been since I lived in Boston? I'm getting South Philly and the North End confused. My bad. Anyhow, nice to see some friendly faces, and I love it. I can't remember who it was, and maybe it's somebody here, but I was doing, since I'm of an age, I tend to refer to pop culture references a lot, and I was saying how I feel like Miss Jane on Romper Room when I'm saying hello to everybody, and somebody said that she used to be their drama teacher, which I thought was so freaking cool. Like, I felt like I kind of knew somebody famous. Anyhow, enough about me, because we only have a short amount of time today together on TikTok. Now, here's what I want to explain. So, okay, LOTYAD. I will get to you in just a sec. Let me just, as people are kind of filing in, but I will totally address yours. Will be the first question. And hello, Carol, nice to see you. Okay, for those of you who have shown up to one of my TikTok lives before, you know the drill. You know all the stuff about, I'm going to tell you about my website, destinationdecluttered.com, how when you go there, you can sign up for my mailing list and you get a free habit tracker, which I got to confess, I haven't been tracking my habits as much as I should, and it's showing. That's the thing. When you track the stuff, it's better for yourself. So you can get your free habit tracker signing up for my mailing list, destinationdecluttered.com. If you haven't done so already, I would say do me a solid, but that kind of grosses. I don't like that. If you could do me a favor, could you like and follow my TikTok page? That would be great. I am also on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and I bring that up because this morning, if you choose to do so, you can have 2 solid hours of Destination Decluttered motivation and inspiration. And just think of how much you could accomplish with getting your vibe right, getting your thoughts and your feelings aligned with your actions, right? Even just for 2 hours, for a half hour. I say this because I will be here on TikTok for the next half hour. Then I go from TikTok, and I had to write this down. Then I'm going to hop over to the Destination Decluttered YouTube page. Now, what I will say here, this is interesting. So serious crafting skills, the only thing you need to do to change what I'm doing into a podcast, and thank you for that. I think it's a cool idea, but all you need to do is not watch the screen and boom, it becomes a podcast, right? You're just hearing me, right? And what I want to offer is, before I get myself distracted with my lovely, exciting, wonderful ADHD brain, is that TikTok until 10:30 Eastern today. I'm Eastern. I'm in Pennsylvania. 10:30, I go to the Instagram. Oh, no, sorry. What's that? Skip it, reverse it. Instagram, Destination Decluttered at 10:30. Then Facebook, Destination Decluttered at 11. And then the Destination Decluttered YouTube channel at 11:30. Now, I say this because what is going to happen here? Farm Girl 11, hi there, decluttering right now, just in time. Awesome. You will make progress this morning, I promise you. What I want to offer everybody is, this is what happens, is I love my TikTok channel. There's so many of you, and there's so many followers, and it really makes me know that I'm doing something that's helping folks, and I love that, and it makes me show up more. I got to be honest. But what happens sometimes is, because there's so many people and there's so many comments, I can't get to everybody. But I'm telling you right now that on my Instagram page and my Facebook page and my YouTube page, when I do the lives, not as many people show up. So I say this to say, if you follow me over there, the chance of you and me having a more extended convo about just what's jamming you up is going to happen. So thank you for showing up in the great numbers that you do right now. It means so much. It really does. It just shows that what I'm doing is helping. There you go. Thank you, Irish Pink Milo, saying, and if you are on our YouTube subscriptions, check all notifications. It'll notify you. So we love that. Okay. So I just want to let you know that if I only can spend a hot minute kind of answering you in this scrambling half hour, never fear. Just pop over to one of my other channels. And it's like a little backstage one-on-one type thing because there's only a handful of people showing up, okay? Just setting you up. All right. So the very first comment I saw was, I would really like to throw it all in the dumpster because I don't know where to start. I know the feeling, you know? My mother even says, God, I wish I could light a match to it, right? Here's what I want to offer. And those of you who've been here know this, but repetition is so important. This is how we learn things, is by practicing and repeating things until they click into that part of your brain. So what I want to offer is, when you have the thought, I don't know where to start, your options, you tell yourself that the options are to not start at all because you don't know where, or to hopefully, throw the whole place in the dumpster, right? But that's not what you want to do. Sure, there's some stuff you don't want, but I bet you'd put a lot of cool stuff in the dumpster if you just did that, right? But I know the feeling. And talk about feelings, notice my hands near my heart, is I want to offer, if you think a different thought about your stuff, you're going to feel a different feeling, and then you're going to do a different thing. So overwhelm. I get that. I don't know where to start, to me equals an overwhelming feeling, right? Anybody been there? Not just for decluttering, but for anything in life. I don't even know where to start. I'm overwhelmed. It's so big. This is what you do. Those of you who've been here before, you know I'm reaching my my inflatable globe here. Overwhelm feels like the weight of the world is above you. You're so big. Oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed by it all. I don't know what to do. You may feel like the world is over you, but you have control. You have control over your overwhelm. You can put your hands over your overwhelm, right? You don't even have to have this physical thing here, but it's a nice, I love using props and analogies and making stuff fun and stuff like that. So everybody, pretend you have that, and even if you don't feel overwhelmed, it can't hurt to take your hands, take a few deep breaths, and as you deep breathe, you slowly take your hands and you move that overwhelmed feeling from up here, and up here, and literally you can put it on the ground. You can put it below you, and then you chunk it up into smaller bits, right? Chunk it down onto smaller bits. I shouldn't say up. Chunk it down. So what I want to offer is, if you don't know where to start somewhere. Start with, and here's what I want to offer, chunking down your decluttering of your home. Pick one room. Your whole house is too big. Start with one room. Notice how you can already chunk it down and say, okay, I can spend the next 20 minutes or maybe even the next 22 minutes before I hop over to the Destination Decluttered Instagram page. For the next 22 minutes, I'm going to go into one room. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with one level of clutter. Now, this is repetition, but this may be new to some of you, is when I coach, I talk about the 3 levels of clutter and the order in which you need to do them when you're on this destination of getting from where you are now to getting to your destination decluttered, okay? So this can help everybody, is think about your surface clutter, your stored clutter, and your sentimental clutter. Again, hands are around the heart. I forgot to put my wedding rings on because I have contact dermatitis, but hands on the heart. Start your journey. Start with the easy stuff, because this is going to be like your intro to decluttering, is to remind yourself that you do know where to start and you can make progress. So surface clutter is stuff that's on any horizontal surface in that one room that you've chosen, right? You're chunking it down to one room. You're chunking down your physical, where you're going to do it, and the time. I'm going to do it for 20 minutes. Set the timer on your phone and set it for 20 minutes and have a game with yourself to say, for the next 20 minutes, I cannot leave these 4 walls. I cannot leave this room. I have to stay focused in this one room, because focusing on one room will show you the great difference it takes even for a short amount of time. Look at your surface clutter. Surface clutter is stuff on surfaces that doesn't really belong there. It's the stuff that is it's not in its own home. It's not where it's supposed to be. It's cluttering up surfaces. So this typically is like paperwork, mail, clothing, dishes, toys if you have kids, I don't know. But those things that are not really a sentimental thing, it's more just the very top. So I love breaking this stuff down into, we go from the deep end to remind you that your thoughts make you feel a certain way, and you feel a certain way, you do a certain thing. So to have a better thought, a better feeling, and you do better gets you to where you want to go. So say, I can do this. Better thought. I can do this. I can be in one room for 20 minutes and work on surface clutter. That gets you going. And the hardest part of anything, am I right, people? The hardest part of anything is going from not doing it, doing anything, to doing something. Is that overcoming of the inertia, is getting up. Because once you start going, then you're kind of, like on a roll, right? So chunk it down. Overwhelm, chunk it down time-wise, space-wise, and surface and order of clutter. What do I call that? Category of clutter. 3 ways you can chunk down so that you can stop feeling overwhelmed and stuck, and start knowing, I could do this for 20 minutes. Feels better. I can do this. Isn't that a nice feeling? I can do this. I know what to do here. I can put the dishes away. I can put the stuff in the trash. I can put the stuff in the recycle bin. When you feel better, then suddenly you're moving forward towards your destination decluttered. All right. Woo, we got a lot of messages here. Thank you. I love all the follows. Thank you. And encouragements and stuff like that there, as I like to say. Oh, thank you for all the little thumbs up and the badges and all that. I don't really know how to work all that stuff, but it works. Okay, here we go. There's 100 plus people in this live this morning. Ooh, we almost got 200. I don't know. Anybody know... I don't know how many. Oh, now it's going down. I jinxed it. If you knew 22 more people, it could be over 200. It's fun. Okay. So I love that my Mac Arts Z1, it says, thank you, bin decluttering. A handhold is priceless. This is the thing I love about this. I love just standing there like your co-pilot, like your best friend, like your guardian angel of decluttering. Oh, I cannot do it for you. But what I can do is I can encourage you. I can give you courage. I can show you. I can hopefully make you allow you to feel that you can do something about it. Because when you feel like you can do something about it and you do something about it, that feeling in you is priceless, right? And even you just said priceless. I'm thinking of the MasterCard thing, right? But I can't if I held your hand physically, you would only have one hand to declutter. So what I say is, if I inspire you, encourage you to say, instead of I can't do it's overwhelming, it's been so long, say, I can do something in the next 20 minutes. What can I do? And I just gave you a nice structure that is definitely going to prove you making progress, right? That you can do it. And then you have the both hands, because I am just in the background. I am the one in the passenger seat encouraging you to metaphorically drive your life where you want it to go to. Okay? That's how I roll. Okay? That part of my brain isn't functioning. Ooh, hun. That's, you know what? We could go deeper into that if you want to pop over to one of my other less populated channels in the next hour and a half. What else can we do? I decluttered some of my donate box the other day to Needs for Refugees. Yeah. Here's the wonderful thing. Everybody, all of us, me included, we are lucky to have a clutter problem. You and I are lucky to have a clutter problem, because a clutter problem means you have too much. It's one thing to not have enough, to be hungry, to have nothing. It's another thing to have just right. Think of, what's her name? Goldilocks. But when you have too much, it doesn't feel good. But the cool thing is when you reduce the amount of your too much to where you feel just right, all that excess, all that abundance you have can go to help other people when you donate it to other people. You do it for you and you feel better. And when you feel better, where am I pointing? I forget. When you think better, you feel better, you do better. And not just for yourself. It's not a greedy thing. It's not a selfish thing. Because when you think better and do better and feel better, you can help more people. That's why I do it. Somebody started to organize your socks. Rock on. Any way you can get started. The only thing I will say is do not start with your sentimental clutter. Just don't. Start with the easy stuff. Start with the stuff that doesn't have a heavy emotional weight. Okay? There you go. Thank you for loving my channel. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you for all these things. What can I say here? Oh, wow. Bunch of follows, bunch of clouds, bunch of rocking on. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Can you offer advice specific to paper clutter that has upsetting items such as an old letter? Yeah, burn the old letter. Tear it up. Relish the fact that you can destroy that thing, and when you do it like a ritual, and you get the story out of you. Release the story. I had a bunch of boxes. I had a box of like sentimental memorabilia from my ex-husband. That ain't here no more. Life is too short to surround yourself with stuff that makes you feel like crap. So what I want to offer, higher 771 and everybody, is tell yourself, I deserve to live a life I love. I deserve to do things that make me not feel like crap. And one of the things is getting rid of the items that tell me bad stories. Okay? Sweet Carol, you're welcome. I'm glad to help you here. That's why I'm here. I'm here today, as I said, for the next 15 minutes here on TikTok. Then I'm going to be popping over to Destination Decluttered, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So another hour and a half of inspiration and motivation. This is the thing I want to say too. If you're just new here, or even if you're not, thinking is one thing. Thinking is important. This is where it starts, but the magic happens when you do something, when your thoughts and your feelings and your actions are aligned with where you want to go. Okay? I need to sign up for the Don't Send Me Junk Mail credit card apps. I don't know if you saw this, Melinda Giolite, you know who you are. I just did a video because somebody yesterday gave me this. This is how this works. Is we're all here to help each other. So I just did a video about the place you can go on the FTC website where you can sign up to say stop sending me those things. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. Wise words and clever phrases. I just like making it simple and fun and enjoyable, because I know myself, if something's difficult and not enjoyable and hard, I'm not showing up. You know what I mean? That's how I am. Can I also help with hoarding, please? Okay, what I want to say about hoarding, and this came up on a coaching group I'm in, is I take hoarding seriously. And this is the thing, is I am a coach and I can help a lot of people, but hoarding is an official diagnosis in the DSM-5. So if somebody is truly diagnosed as a hoarder, I'm going to be honest, I am not a licensed medical professional. I am not a licensed mental health professional. So what I will do with hoarders is, honestly, if somebody is a hoarder, that's to me when you I would recommend bring out the next level of help that can get that person the help they need. You know, my help to them is to say, I know that's something I won't be able to help with effectively because it is a lot more of what's behind the scenes, and I don't want to misrepresent what I can do. What I will offer with love and encouragement is there is professional help out there. There are psychiatrists and psychologists and medical professionals and mental health trained and certified professionals that know exactly how to deal with hoarders, okay? So I'm sure you can, I literally Googled 2 seconds to get an answer for one of the people that were in this coaching group that I'm in. And it said, how to help a friend who was hoarders. Maybe I'll do a video of that just to share that link, because it's not my link, but getting the help they need, Thank you very much for tapping the screen to show me love. I'm glad I've helped you so much. You're welcome. Hoarding, clutter, symptoms. Yes. Thank you. Exactly. Thank you, Nadine. Yeah. Perfect stuff. My sister was a hoarder prior to being diagnosed with schizophrenia. Yeah, sounds very familiar to me. What I want to offer too is getting the help you need makes such a difference. You may not be at the hoarder state. I mean, hoarder is kind of a word that's bandied about kind of loosey-goosey on TV for like eyeballs and stuff. But what I want to offer is no matter what level of clutter you're with, if you are surrounded by stuff that's bumming you out as opposed to lighting you up, if you look around and say, ugh, instead of yay, then you can get help to work on your clutter. That's why I show up and do these TikTok, Facebook lives and all that. I do it a couple of times a week. I offer one-on-one coaching. I want to just offer that. I want to be very clear about how I really love to help people, and I could help you, is I do one-on-one coaching via Zoom. 10-week sections, however long you want to do it, 10 or 20. I have people re-up all the time. It's not a big deal. And what we do is we work one-on-one with you on Zoom about your clutter and stuff. So it's nobody else's questions, it's just you. Okay? If you're curious about that, go to my website. There's a place that you can sign up for a consultation. We have a conversation on Zoom, discover what your problem is, and if I can help you. And if I can help you, we talk about paid coaching and how that could work for you. If you're just curious about that, but maybe you don't feel like you're with it yet, what I want to offer is I have a free mailing list. Now, I don't overwhelm your email box with clutter. Can you imagine if I sent you a ton of stupid emails? No. What I do is I will send you maybe a couple of emails during the month, and really all they are is to let you know that as somebody on my Destination Decluttered mailing list, you sign up from that going to website/join. And the only reason I'm bringing this up right now is not for an infomercial. It's to let you know that when you're on the mailing list, you get invited to a special mailing list only Zoom call once a month for an entire hour. That is, again, it's a little taste of what one-on-one coaching is like. Is you get to ask your question, I get to provide an answer, and we have a nice back and forth about it. Okay? I just want to offer that no matter what level of help stage you are with your clutter, there's help out there. Okay? The other thing too, and I want to mention this, is don't think of, I only have a few minutes here, but remember, don't think of your decluttering as a chore. Megan Packer 3, how often do you work with neurodivergent clients? Like all the time. I do, because neurodivergent people, myself included, my family included, we have wonderful brains that just work differently than the 9 to 5, put me in a cube type brain, right? So I love helping people that have struggled because they think different and do different things. I love helping them find a process and systems that work for their brain. And that is something that really is best done with the one-on-one coaching, because it's always about fine-tuning things to make, ADHD right there, my people. It's all about finding a system that works for you and your brain so you show up and do it and get the result you want, okay? And that is trial and error and tweaking of a process and using that 10-week process of the coaching to practice it and stumble and fall and get up again and tweak it and then practice it and then encourage and do it long enough so it just becomes what you do. It is people I work with all the time. So there was something else I was going to say. Oh, yeah. I'm only here for 8 minutes, but I think the most important thing that I could leave you with, and I mean, 8 minutes is a long time. If you haven't started decluttering, see how much you can get done in 8 minutes and be amazed at how much you can get done. So what I want to offer is, I call this, so the two metaphors I would love to, two thoughts I would love to leave you with, just as an offering, like here, just think about this. You don't even have to, you can take it if you want, you can think about it. If it doesn't mean anything to you, pass it away. What did I hear? Somebody said recently, it's like you're at the cafeteria. Put it on your plate if you want it. If you don't want it, throw it away. But what I want to offer to do is think about how you think about your clutter. And just try this out. When you think, oh, this is so much work, I will never get this done. There is so much. I've been this way for decades. I'm hopeless. I am distracted. I am see how that thought, those are just sentences going through your head. If you choose to believe those sentences, I bet you anything, that makes you feel kind of crappy inside. Like, you're right. There's so much here. I don't even know what to do. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go watch TV. Because I don't even know what to do, so I'm not going to do anything. You end up doing nothing. There you go. Yeah. If you don't think of it as a chore, how do you think of it? Daily Bird, I will tell you, I was just about to get there. Think of it differently. Why are you doing it? What do you want your home to look and feel like? What do you want your life to look and feel like? Like a road trip. This is the other thing. I want to mention the metaphor that I use is a road trip all the time. You're in the car. You're right here. You're parked right here. You got here by doing certain things. And if where you are now with your house and your home and your life and you love it, rock on, keep on doing that. But if there's stuff that's not working for you, figure out what you want that to be instead and drive towards it. So instead of feeling like it's a chore, feel like when you're showing up, say, every day that I do this, I am discovering more about myself. Every day that I do this, I am getting less cluttered. I am building up my decluttering muscle. I am making space in my life and my head for what's important to me. I am showing up for myself. I am keeping my promises to myself. I am allowing myself to actually take up space in the world and not always putting other people ahead of me. And when I do this, it is not greedy and it is not selfish. When I feel better, when I think better and feel better, I do better. And every time I get in the car and I declutter, I am getting closer to the life that I want to look and feel like. It's a road trip. If I'm driving from where I am now to a job I hate, that's a freaking commute. That feels like crap. That's like, oh my gosh, I have to get there. When I get there, it's going to be lousy and I don't feel like it. No, 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 no. What you do is you say, oh my gosh, I can just imagine when this room, none of this stuff is in there. It's nice and clean. It smells nice and clean and fresh. I'm looking at the room that I did this to when I do it. It's like, I want to have that room look like Palm Springs. I only wanted to have just the stuff I need, nothing else. I want to have it a big wall waiting for some giant, awesome piece of artwork that doesn't even, it's not even in my life yet. When I walk into that room, I feel relaxed. I feel calm. I feel in control. I feel wonderful. I feel like a weight has been lifted off of my shoulder. And when you hang out for just a smidge in that destination space, notice how that makes you feel different, okay? When you feel differently, then you're going to do something. When you don't think of it as a chore, but you say, I'm on a freaking road trip to change my life, and I'm going to start with the stuff in my home. And then you say, okay, this is great. I so want to get there, but I'm kind of overwhelmed. I don't even know where to start. You know what you do? You look back here and you say, okay, if I was on a road trip, I wouldn't look at this map to get me where I'm going to. Even if I know where I want to go is from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the East to the West. No, I would pull out my Google Maps, right? And I would put in my destination, and my Google Maps would show me the whole, thing. But then I zoom in to say, how do I even get out of my driveway? Oh, I take a right. Oh, and then I'll take a left. And then I'll take a right. And I'll take a left. And then I get on the highway and I drive for 4 hours, right? Chunking it down into smaller, more actionable things allows you to think, I can do this. And every time you do that and you show up, you make progress towards your destination. That's why I love explaining things simply and with humor and fun and analogy and metaphor of the road trip, because it takes the drama out of it. When somebody says it's overwhelming, that's just drama. And drama is a unhelpful thought that makes you feel a certain way and you don't do anything. In my metaphor here, I'll share another one with you before I hop over to the Destination Decluttered Instagram page, is think about the thoughts in your head and pretend you're in a car. Everybody, this is the metaphor that has just revolutionized my life, and I want to share it with you. Thank you. What I want to offer is you are in the driver's seat of your own life, and nobody else is steering it except you. Now, what's causing you to steer in one direction or the other are the thoughts in your head. The thoughts in your head can either be not so helpful or helpful. The not so helpful thoughts are the ones that keep you stuck and stopped, or when you start making progress, they get you to stop again, right? The helpful thoughts are the ones that say, you can do this. You can show up again. You can do it every day. You do this. It's like going to the gym. It's like deciding to eat healthier. It's deciding to quit smoking, whatever. Changing your habits. It's changing your habits about how you think. And I love to play with this metaphor. I want to leave this with you, is you're in the driver's seat, but these thoughts come from one of two places in your car. If it's an unhelpful thought, it comes from the back seat. That's a backseat driver. That's a thought that doesn't want you to drive where you want to drive. It's going to whisper in your ear or yell in your ear or convince you to stop driving towards what you want. This happens all the time with everybody's brain. And I like to think of it as tiny little kids who are just afraid of change, and they're in their back seat. They're out in there strapped into their seats. They can't reach you. They can't steer, but they will they will tell you stuff to make you slow your roll and give up. But, and this is the best thing to leave you with, you also have a co-pilot. Yes, those dang backseat drivers. You also have a co-pilot. Every time I show up and do one of these videos, I am your co-pilot. I am speaking the way your internal co-pilot would speak to you if they could get a word in edgewise, because the little kids are usually talking so much. And when you listen for that co-pilot voice in yourself, that can be God, that can be your guardian angel, that can be the universe, that's your best friend on a road trip. That's me as your coach saying, you can do this. You can do this. You got this. If you want to get there, sure, let's do it. Let's pull out the map. I can help you get there. You know what you do? You start living, you start believing you deserve to live a life you love. You you do the work to quiet down the little kids, find out what they're saying, but don't engage with them, and then quiet them down, listen to your co-pilot, and then say, what's the next right step I can take? What's the smallest step I can take to get myself away from where I am now and have my actions aligned with where I want to go? You know, that is, in a nutshell, what it's all about. Okay, thank you. I want to thank whoever it is just booked a consultation. Just as a heads up, if you're still listening, first of all, yes. Oh, thank you very much, Denise. Yay. What I want to just offer is I'm going to be on social media live for the next hour and a half, and then I have coaching. So I am going to get back to you, and we will set up that calendar thing and get a coaching thing going. All right. If you want to sign up for a consultation too, there's a big orange button on my destinationdecluttered.com website, and I'm going to sign off right now because I have to head over to Instagram. Okay. It's wonderful to see everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. There's a post pinned on my page. Please like my page to get notified when I show up tomorrow. And you can do this. You got this. You deserve to live a decluttered life you love. Okay. Bye.